Hi, this is Paul with BuyTruckWheels.com. Today we're going to go over one of the most frequently asked questions, and that is, do I have a hub pilot or a stud piloted wheel? So with the bolt holes off, or the lug nuts, off, it's going to be very easy to determine what you have. These are both 22.5 by 8.25 wheels, so identical in that fashion. The only difference is one is hub pilot and one is stud pilot. So the hub piloted system, or unimount or metric system as it's called, you can very easily see that the bolt hole is flat, and on the stud piloted system, or what some people call bud or ball and seat, that bolt hole is beveled out. Now, you obviously don't have your wheel off of your truck all that often to be able to see this. So another way that we'll be able to determine what type of system you have is by looking at the lug nut. Now, the stud piloted system was used more frequently pre-2000. If you have a newer model truck, that does not mean that it's all the time going to be hub pilot. It still could be stud pilot, but more than likely on anything built post 2000, we're most likely going to have the the hub piloted setup. Pre 2000 again doesn't mean you have to have stud pilot. It could have been hub pilot. The way that we're going to look at this and determine which system you have is by looking at the lug nut. So here in the stud pilot or ball and seat system, there is no washer exposed. Okay, so the lug nut, I'll show you kind of a mini version, is going to be tapered or like a ball, and that would actually seat, ball and seat, down into the bolt hole. Whereas on our hub piloted setup, we have a washer, okay, and that is just going to butt up firmly against our flat bolt mounting surface. So the way we get our names is the hub piloted system. The wheel rests on the actual hub, therefore it's hub centered or hub piloted. And in the stud piloted center, I'll let you guess, the wheel actually centers on the stud, so it's stud centered or stud piloted. The center opening is not as critical in this setup. Again, as a recap, when you're looking at it, obviously easy to determine. Flat bolt hole is hub pilot, beveled bolt hole is stud pilot. If you don't have that to see, look for your washer or your 33 millimeter nut. That's hub piloted. No washer, nut seating down into the wheel, that is going to be stud pilot. So I hope we cleared up some questions there. If you have any other questions and need more information, please feel free to give us a call, 800-830-4547.